Good afternoon, family. Happy Sunday, December the 18th, 2022. And I hope you guys are having a great weekend. And there's a lot of things happening on this Sunday. It's not a boring Sunday. There's a lot of stuff happening in crypto, basically in the economy, what's going on around the world. Um, but let's go ahead and get started, family. So the first thing is, of course, there's a lot of FUD about Binance. And I don't know if it's FUD or not, but now everybody's talking about Binance. So as you guys can see, family, they're shifting everything now from FTX, which has been a complete joke. You got this guy, this clown Kevin O'Leary, and of course, he goes to Congress and he wants to go ahead and give his opinion. And his opinion right away is letting us know he got paid by FTX because he's still defending this criminal, Sam Bankman-Fried fraud. That's what his real name is. He's over here testifying in front of Congress, of course, Kevin O'Leary, saying that Binance and FTX are these two behemoths, and of course, they were going at it because they're the biggest crypto firm or exchange, and all of a sudden, CZ from Binance decided to, basically sell off like 500 million FTX tokens, which of course are worth crap. Hence, having Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX collapse. So now, this clown Kevin O'Leary is portraying Sam Bankman-Fried or fraud as the victim, that Binance is the one that caused the fall of FTX. Time out. How can Binance be the one responsible for a fraud and a criminal and a liar and a thief named Sam Bankman-Fried? Oh, okay, wait a minute. Of course, that's Kevin O'Leary. Just zero credibility by this clown. This guy should be fired from Shark Tank, Mr. Wonderful. He's an idiot. That's what you are. You're a wonderful idiot. And thank you for giving us your shitty opinion. At least we know where you stand at. So that's one. And then, of course, the other clown, Kramer, Jim Kramer, from the Cartoon Network. That bozo, of course, he's spreading FUD on XRP. Again, I don't know if it's FUD on Binance, saying that, of course, that there's a pyramid scheme, he's a fraud, and he's insolvent. And, CZ was interviewed on Friday, and his answers, weren't very, how can we say, they weren't very satisfying for me, at least me having, of course, tokens in Binance. So, of course, not financial advice. Let's start with that. But that, of course, me being basically scammed into Voyager and into Celsius, I wasn't going to let the third one happen. So I pulled all my assets from Binance, and I shipped them over to Coinbase, and then from Coinbase and went on to my ledger. Because for some reason, and again, I don't know if I was doing something wrong, Binance was not letting me withdraw my funds. So what I ended up doing was just ended up transferring. I converted everything into Bitcoin and transferred it over to Coinbase. And then from Coinbase, I ended up transferring that over to my ledger. That's how I handled my business yesterday, because again, I wasn't going to be able to sleep, and I didn't have much in Binance. I did have some, but everything's basically, that was the last of the Mohicans that was in, besides, of course, having some stuff in Coinbase. But that's how I handled mine. Again, I don't know if it's true or not that Binance time will tell, but Jim Kramer, who, of course, I don't know if it's just me, guys, but they make it look, this guy resembles a lot like Vladimir, not Putin, but the other dude before Stalin. Vladimir Lenin. Tell me that clown Jim Cramer doesn't resemble Vladimir Lenin. You guys got to put a photo side by side. And yeah, I don't know if that's, of course, by the Cartoon Network, the shitty media that portray him like that. And of course, you guys know that anything this guy talks about, just do the opposite, because this guy's just a puppet. So he's talking a bunch of smack on CZ and XRP. So all everyone right now in America, at least by the big players, by the ones that FTX decided to buy off, and all these politicians who are useless. What they're doing now is they're just doing nothing but FUD. It's kind of like revenge on poor CZ. But again, I don't know if this guy has the money or not. A lot of 66 or $64 billion. So yeah, they're trying to go after him. They definitely don't want him to have full control of this space. Especially our good old friends at the SEC, that useless Gary, shitty ass Gary Gensler, just hiding under a rock, evading every goddamn question that has been thrown at him. Just, oh, come on, talk to us. Everything's, we're compliant. We're going to make you compliant. Everything's clear, crystal clear. It's either security or not, So, that guy, another guy who's a puppet, and of course it's all part of a cycle. You guys know the stories. I don't have to tell you. They're saying is linked to Biden in Ukraine and whatever. That's not my gig. I'm just trying to teach you guys how to make some money, you know the way I do it, with a billionaire mindset. Just look at the trends, and you know what these clowns are doing. I told you, get your money off the exchange. You guys have to, not financial advice, get into the physical stuff, get some silver. Again, they're saying that China and Russia are stacking up on their gold. Get some gold too, because when they reset this monetary system, which it'll be very sooner than later, um, everybody's saying mostly Q1, Q2 of 2023. Like they say, you don't want to get caught with your pants down. So make sure that you're holding that physical stuff. Get into the right asset: XLM, XRP, HBAR. There's way more. I'm sorry if I didn't mention you. Get into buying some of that Ripple stock. That, of course, is not available yet. Only, I believe, in Uphold. You guys want to get into some of that, some Ripple Labs. Get into some Polysign. Again, all through Uphold. Um, and this is what you need to do to get into at least some sort of safe haven, because nothing's going to be safe. Remember, this is not 2008. Last time, uh, everybody was over leveraged on what? On real estate, and all these government basically backing of the loans from the banks, and just put them in a little packet and sell it to the people, and more bonds. And they just, the economy couldn't hold it any longer. So what? It crashed. They decided to go ahead and pump that helicopter money, basically like an addict. Somebody decided to bring cocaine down to a beer party. That was the feds. The feds brought the cocaine, and they continued the party going and going. And now we're in 2022, the end of 2022, heading into the worst time of our lives, of our generation. And us, the millennials, we're the ones that are going to have to carry this family. I'm sorry to say, the boomers had it the easiest out of the whole generation. They just sit back and printed a shitload of money. They all got wealthy. They were all stuck up pricks during their 30s and 40s, thinking that this shit didn't stink because they bought a house for 100 grand for 65,000, and all of a sudden the same piece of real estate is not worth 1 million. So now they're acting like they own the fucking world. And oh yeah, I'm a boomer. Oh yeah, boom, boom, boom. Oh yeah. Well, look what's happening now. They're heading into what? Retirement. So, with that being said, that's not the real money anymore, because that's not what are you gonna do? That they're gonna sell their house and go where? You know, so now their reality is gonna hit them in the face. It's sad, and hopefully their 401k is still gonna be there, or their retirement funds, which I don't think so, because our government's broke. That's why they're trying to go ahead and what, reset the monetary system. So if they didn't invest in generating a business that gave them income and passive income, um, and use the laws of taxation to their advantage, pay taxes still. I'm not saying not to pay it, and kind of invested in the right things at the right time, you're still gonna be so. At least these boomers, you know, and it's tough. Inflation is kicking everybody's ass, and it's not gonna slow down. The government has zero fucking clue on what they're doing. What do you think they want for the government? You know, these motherfuckers probably can't even balance their own checkbook. So what? They can't do it on their own. They're not capitalists. They're not entrepreneurs. So what do? They go suck off the public tit. They become what? A public servant. And what happens when you become a public servant like these clowns? They take the easy way out. They steal from the people, and they steal from the government. They can't. They are the government. They steal from the people by taxation and inflation. And again, we're just the sheep. They're trying to put us to where they want us to set us up in one world order. Get your shit together, family, like they say. Make sure that you get your house in order. Get in shape. Get ready, because 2023, we're gonna go for a ride. And make sure that you guys own that physical stuff. I appreciate the love. Make sure that you guys subscribe to the channel. I appreciate all the love you guys give us on Instagram. Getting to 13,000 followers. Appreciate you guys there. Take care. Be blessed. Take care.